Hello everyone, I'm Vedanti Charikute. We are going to see about the 10th chapter of 10th State Board Science Part 2. That is the chapter of the name is Disaster Management. Now we are going to see about the what is mean by disaster. Disaster is the incident that occurs suddenly causing heavy damage to life and property. Disaster causes heavy damage to life and it is a sudden event. Then, what is the disaster have you experienced in your area? I have experienced a disaster that is an landslide which was happened in the Malin village, which is in the Ambegaon Taluka. What are the effects of that disaster on local conditions? That effect that the landslide causes the sloping down of soil. The people became very threatened and they are very shouting. But after some days, the work of reconstruction was happened there. Now we are going to see about the proper definition of disaster in our book. The disaster means that variously dangerous events occur in many environments. These are called as disasters. As you all know, this is called as disasters. Variously dangerous events occur many times in the environment. Those are called as disasters. Now, the next point is some of the main natural disasters are floods, wet and dry famine, cyclones, earthquakes, volcanoes, etc. Some of the natural disaster here we are going to see those are floods, wet and dry famines, cyclones, and earthquake as well as volcanoes. These are all of a sudden troubles to make the mankind such environment is also damaged due to natural sources for our development. This leads to sudden disasters unexpected to humans. This can be called as man-made disasters. The disasters leads to sudden disasters unexpected to humans. These are called as man-made disasters. As you all know about the definition of man-made disaster, they have given it. Now the next point is United Nations has defined disaster as a sudden event that leads to the huge loss of life and property. United Nations have given the proper definition about disasters. You can see in this or you can write in your own textbook. Disasters occur suddenly, it cannot be predicted, hence precautions are not possible. As you all know, disaster is a sudden events, therefore it can't be prepared or predicted. Therefore, precautions are not possible. Huge losses to the property that occurs in the area of disaster. There are long-term effects on society due to incidences of life and property loss. Various areas of life like economic, social, cultural, political, law, and administration, etc., are affected by it. The life in the area of disaster disturbs totally. There is loss to life and property of the people in distress. Earlier, we have studied various types of disaster and the measures to be taken. None of the different disasters are similar. Period of each disaster is not same. Some disasters are short term, whereas some are long term. Reasons behind each disaster are also different. Depending upon the nature of disaster, it can be determined that which component of the environment will affect more. That's a simple paragraph about disaster. You can write any one of the definition about disaster as they have given two definitions. Okay. Then the next point is earlier we have studied the effects of various types of disasters. Yes, have you seen? Okay. Precautionary measures to be taken in case of any disaster happens. We can classify the disasters in other ways too, like catastrophic disasters. Example they have given like um, cyclones in Odisha. As we all know about the disasters and its types, catastrophic earthquakes of Gujarat and Latur, frequently bursting cyclones in coastal Andhra Pradesh, etc., which lead to total chaos, huge loss of life and property in respective region. However, irrespective of all these, life has always returned to normal within short time. Disasters making the impact for long duration are those whose after effects are either severe or severity increases with time. Example famine, various problems of crop, strikes of workers, rising levels of ocean, desertification, etc. Now we are going to see the next page. Here they have given some pictures of disasters. Observe the following images whether the places of disasters are known to you. Discuss the effects of these disasters on public life. How it could be saved from these disasters. Discuss with your friend in classroom. Uh, you have to look up the four pictures this, and this. As we all know, the picture this one is of flood. The river's water is flowing over the river and the bridge. And in the second case, the train is going to deep in the river's water. In the third case, the train is collapsed. In the fourth case, the earthquake has happened. The disasters are from the Aurangabad region. Now we are going to see the types of disaster. There are mainly three types of disasters: geophysical, biological, and man made. We are going to see geophysical, biological, man made. The geophysical disaster is again divided into two types like geological and atmospheric. Okay, then biological is also divided into two parts. First one is plant and second one is animal. Third one is unknown. Fourth one is international. As we all know about the disastrous types, geophysical is converted into geological, and the geologicals are the examples of earthquake, volcano, tsunami, landslides, and landfall. And atmospheric disasters are hot and cold waves, snow, storms, snowfall, cyclones, hailstorms, drought, flood, meteorite, sunspots, etc. The third type of disaster is plant. The disasters happening due to plant, forest fire, fungal disease spreading, blister, weed, aquatic, carrot grass, common grass. The carrot grass is also known as in some regions as gazer gavat. The next one type of disaster is due to animal. As we all know, the animal are infectious. They may be viruses, bacteria, as cholera, malaria, hepatitis, and plague are happen due to animals. Bites of poisonous animals are also a type of disaster they have given us. Now the next one disaster is man-made disasters. Have you all know about the man-made disasters? Yes, they are also of two types, unknown and international. The first type that is unknown, we are going to see that is poisonous gases, atomic test, and plant action accident. The atomic test is one of the type of disaster when we are attacking on any country. But when we are going to see the atomic test in our own country, it's not a type of disaster. When the sudden event occurs about atomic test, it is a disaster which is unknown to us. And the next one, international man-made disasters are war, fire, bomb blast, forced migration, terrorism, rapes, child labor. These are the some of the disasters happen in everyday life. On the most of the times, the atmospheric and geological disasters happen in our regular area. These two happens in our life, but though man-made in like international and unknown does not happens in our life. Uh, and then we are going to see which are the destructive effects of flood. The answer is the flood water uproots the trees, the houses collapse due to surge of water, the fields get waterlogged, the water does not recede, the cattle die of aspiration by drowning since everything is underwater. The process of decomposition begins at higher rate. This may spread the epidemics of the disease. The next question is which are the effects of dry famine? In dry famine, there is scarcity of water. The crops die as there is no proper irrigation. There is severe food shortage. Due to dearth of water, the cattle die and human beings are forced to migrate. Which are the destructive effects of earthquake? The earthquake is responsible for large-scale devastation. The houses collapse, the roads are damaged, making the transportation impossible. The electricity and water supply is disturbed due to damage. There is large scale damage to lives and property. Then last question is what is the forest fire? What is its effects on environment? The largely spread fire on the dry grass, shrubs and trees in the forest due to heightened temperature is called forest fire. The effect of forest fire on the environment is greatly devastating. Biodiversity is lost. Plants and animals die due to fire. The vegetation becomes dead as the plant turns into ash. The atmosphere is full of smoke and hence causes air pollution. This is the effect on environment about the forest fire. Thank you everyone for seeing. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and like it. Thank you.